The Festival of Wheat is here. It has arrived with all of the usual half-hearted splendor and pomp of a city that has a different festival every weekend in some part of the city and some neighborhood doing some damn thing or another. In this case, this is actually a fairly big deal. This is when all of the wheat crops come to market, and everybody is selling their wares, selling their goods. The smell of fresh baked bread and other wheat-based combustibles fills the air and actually manages to mostly overpower the stink of the bay and the docks.
Nice.
However briefly, and it's a wonderful
Thinking
time.
of the docks and the bay.
It's a wonderful time here to be alive. Made more wonderful by the fact that the Temple of Zodai, the intercessor, has decided on a, let's call it a coming out kind of cotillion, whereby the noble families will be presenting their eligible daughters for inspection and celestial review by the intercessors, functionaries here in the earthly realm, all stalwart judges of character and able to grade people on a variety of different topics and spectrums. So they know they're getting the squarest of square deals when they will pronounce the winner of the wonderful party. There will be a feast afterwards. The upper crust, the slightly less than upper crust, and the nouveau riche are quite excited about this. This has been brewing for some time, and it is finally here. Now,
All right. I have some questions.
I am prepared to answer anything that you might have.
How many debutante coming out little whatchamadiggies have entered?
A total of 75 families.
All right, 75.
And here's the deal. They all went ahead and paid the upcharge for the feast afterwards. So this is the day of the collection. They're presenting their papers to you along with their entrance fee. That will be 75 times 5 gold pieces, which was the stated amount on the flyer.
Right.
A total of 375 gold will be crossing your palm in short order.
Okay, that's just entry fee. What about the upcharge for the feast?
Well, you actually put on the flyer 1 gold piece to enter, 5 for the feast.
Okay.
Yeah, I have it written down. So that's
so the 5. Oh, there's that internet connection is unstable again. So the 5 includes the enter fee and the feast.
That's right.
Okay, got it. Okay. What about bribes from different families to push their little cow child to the front of the list?
A number of families have made it very clear, because it's been a while since there's been this sort of social event on neutral ground. You see, whenever they host at the different houses and estates, the fix is kind of in. This is a neutral ground, and so as many people are decrying what's going to obviously be, a paid honorarium, as there are people who are queuing up to proffer from this. Now, decorum stipulates that if they're paying 5 to get in, they would at least be expected to go 5 times that for, insurance purposes. So I'm going to tell you right now, there are 6 of the major houses that are going to be paying bribes to you. There are 8 minor families that are going to be paying bribes to you, and there are 12 of the nouveau riche that are going to be paying bribes to you.
All right.
Everybody else is just assuming that the Temple of Zodai would not be so crass as to,
It's run by people, right?
well,
Yeah. Naive people.
Well, see, here's the thing. It's not a bribe. It's a willing donation to the temple.
Right.
Or the intercessor.
Right.
To take up their cause. So yeah. So what the funny Italian guy, the dressmaker, the costume, what's his name again?
Christos.
We need a and this would have been done in advance. We need a nice cape and tiara and scepter to crown the winner. Now I know he does the costume and stuff, but he could sublet the tiara and scepter construction. What kind of outlay are we talking about for something really, really nice?
The robes for the church were modified from existing stock, so they were only 25 gold.
Right.
Cape, tiara, scepter arrangement is going to run another 150.
150, Jesus motherfucking Christos! One cryptic Greece.
My hands are tied. What do you want me to do? The price is so high, I can't get what I need. Why? Why do you think I would do this for you for anything less than this? You know you're going to get the best. Don't give me grief.
What about second best?
I can make something that looks like shit for 100 gold.
No,
don't do that.
No, let's do 150 gold for the whole fucking thing.
So let me do a timeout here. Are we doing a top 5 and hyping the drama and then picking the winner, or do we need sashes? What all do we need in terms of gear that the girls are going to end up with?
Well, you'd promise the purse that was promised was 1,000 gold. That was what was on the list.
Fuck.
Yeah, that was the list. And there are a few extra expenses that will be outlaid here.
Oh yeah.
Would you like to hear them? The festival permits. I mean, obviously, that's 15 gold right there. You've got to have.
Are we going to lose a lot of money on this?
Well, here's hoping you don't.
Maybe.
It's on you to get some dough, buddy. You have had to rent tables and chairs for the thing outside the church. You don't have to rent the church.
Would it be easier to just rent a location? I mean, is our church big enough to hold that many people?
It's not, but you do have an open area in front of the church.
Yeah, no, it's the open area outside
the street festival.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The furniture is only going to be 10 gold for like a whole setup.
Hold on here. Let me keep track here. 150 for Christos. May his mercenary heart rot in hell. 10
for the furniture.
Furniture.
The necessary things for people to sit on.
So, Christos, while you're putting outfits together, can I throw you 100 gold, get some nice looking outfit? I'm going to be hobnobbing with a bunch of swells pretty soon.
You absolutely can. 100 gold will get you basically noble's clothes. So
yeah, that's good.
I'm
going to fake it until I make it.
Yeah, you're going to look fantastic.
Appreciate
permits for 15 gold. That was in order to make sure that the city guard, leaves you alone, that you've greased the appropriate palms to make sure that no traffic comes through during that day, The hard part is here. Now, this is the thing. Food. You have a choice to make. Food's going to cost you between 25 and 75 gold. All right. To feed everybody. All right. One gold piece meal is going to be really nice meat, really good vegetables, and decent alcohol. As you go further and down to that, you end up with porridge, you end up with crusty bread.
Yeah.
No,
I understand that.
Don't those goblin chefs owe us a favor? Not exactly a favor, but can't we get them to see if they can't cook up some human food?
they are still here.
Plus,
Uh-huh.
bread and pies should be the price should be as low as they are all year, since bread is in such abundance, wheat is in such abundance.
Yes.
But yeah, let's sublet the catering to them,
All right.
and
Let's see.
so 1,000 gold prize money.
It's still
What
going
would
to
it cost to get a
cost-
fancy box that should in fact hold 1,000 gold?
Well, here's the deal. You have a carpenter on staff,
Yeah.
and he's got access to a workshop.
I can build stuff.
You could make an alms box, an offering box that looks really, really nice with enough time, which you have had.
Yeah.
I'll let you craft a really nice coffer with iron tips and gilt edge and carvings with Zodai's symbol on it and all of that. I mean, it can be legitimately gorgeous. And I'll let you even install a lock, because you have enough shit that you've picked up and pocketed through your various endeavors.
Is it one that we that would have a key with it?
Yeah, you've got a really good lock on it. Yeah.
All right, because
Uh,
that would be funny.
yeah, right.
Money's in here, we swear. Have a nice day.
All right, so the goblins agree that they'll charge. It's still 75, but you'll get a lot better food and more food for it. So it'll be more of a sumptuous repast
All right,
than a hearty meal.
5 feast. All right. Yeah. Yeah, with 1,000 gold piece guarantee, we're doing this at a loss so far.
I'll cover it depending on the breaks.
Well,
I've literally not spent money on anything, so I can help offset what we need.
I'm kind of thinking that maybe the prize money was stolen.
Can't do that.
By our old adversary,
Renard or the
Bernard.
Well, that's better than saying Harbor Master number 3.
Well, I've still got some of the cards that I produced to drop as to his comings and goings. So if the box were open and it contained stones and his card, it would be a diabolical thing, especially since the maybe the harbor committee guaranteed the security over the.
What's the chance that we can, before the judging ceremony, present the box to the crowd, showing the 1,000, close it, lock it, and pull a swap somewhere? That way,
one of
the
you
box
has minor
stays-
illusion.
yeah, the
Yes.
box stays in view, or we've done our part as the church.
Right.
Here's the prize money. You're looking at it. Close, lock, and now hey, you guys saw it. You can't pin that one on us.
Well, that is half of the solution of every Banachek impossible mystery,
The exact duplicate.
is that the treasure was never there in the first place.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
The other half of every one of his cases are you weren't looking at the same place the next time. But anyway, we can do that. We can do the box of rocks with Renard's card, overlay that an illusion of gold. So we
Right.
show it. Oh, there's gold in there right up to the brim.
Right.
We lock it. We put guards on it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's visible throughout the entire pageant, but the illusion fades.
Right. Yeah. It's going to go
That's what
away.
I'm going,
well
and then-
within- yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
All right.
And the guards we have to get as independent contractors so that they take the blame. They can't be us or our buddies.
Every plan needs a cutout.
Right.
Yes.
Off-duty city guard are happy to run security for you,
Nice.
and they will only charge you 5 gold pieces each for the day.
All right.
That's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Well, let's get 5 of them, 2 to actually guard the gold, and then 3 more to,
Just
work the
security?
crowd.
Yeah. All right.
So
That's great.
aside from pulling a caper, what's our goal with this? Is it to ingratiate ourselves with a bunch of rich people? I know that when we're dressed up as the Zodai guys, we have to be nondescript. Are we going to be ourselves for any part of this? What's the plan here?
Well, I'm going to be myself in the, because I already attached my name and noble title and all that kind of shit to it. Plus, I'm not going to pay Christos no more money for more fancy clothes. So I'm going to use the same fancy clothes that I came with.
Right.
But the goal is, 1, learn lots of the things about the different families that they would rather not have spread about. And that's through the confessional aspect of this. Get just a list of connections, and that's kind of accomplished. Some of which are going to be pissed off at it because their bride didn't get their little Muppet, the award they wanted.
Well, that's
But-
part of the blow off, isn't it? You got to,
Well, yes. And look at you with the times. You're Robert Redford. You're Paul Newman. So those are kind of automatically met. That's why I was just thinking disappearing with the money beforehand might be the way to go. But the other, of course, is to actually just scam money out of it.
Right.
We should have the grand winner, of course, but we should also have,
The Queen's
various
Court.
Miss Congeniality, Miss,
Yeah.
whatever, Miss representative to, what's the fucking other city that's Debney or what's the
Dimnay.
Dimnay.
Demnay?
Yeah.
God, I wish you would have named it something I could remember.
Damn it, Mark.
So all right.
Miss-
So how
Miss,
many?
you get the Queen's Court, and they're representative to all the other little fucking fishing villages and shit out there. A member of the Queen's Court from Farmington is heading here. Oh my goodness!
That's right.
So
They can
yeah.
charge appearance fees.
yes,
All right. So the Wheat Queen. How many handmaidens do you want in this court? You'll have the top box. I just need a rough idea.
Do we have
6.
I would say, do we have a holy number for the church?
You do
In such a way
it's 12.
that what?
well,
12
right,
is the holy
12.
number, and the holy number shall be 12. 13 is right out.
That's right.
And thou shalt not go to 11 without immediately proceeding to 12.
Exactly.
All right, we need some good names like fucking fertility queen, you know, the
Right.
one who makes the wheat grow. And
How about this? How about this? 6 of them will be,
harvesting queen,
right.
harvesting princess, whatever.
6 of them will be ladies in waiting, and then the other 6 will have named. They'll be the superlatives: most athletic, most likely to be famous,
My favorite Motown band.
terrible children, you know, etc.
Nice.
And so you'll have a total of 13 in the retinue.
That's good.
The queen plus 12.
Queen plus 12.
Yeah.
So that's the Jesus numbers.
Exactly.
Now I'll have to sit on the same side of the table too.
So here's how this is going to go. All right. And I'm telling you this so that you can kind of be thinking about what you want to do. This is going to take 4 hours. There will every hour will be something. The first hour is going to be registrating and greeting. The second hour is going to be the judging. The third hour at the end of that will be the winner announced, and then the fourth hour will be the feast. Something happens every hour, and there's a chance of something else happening every hour that's random.
Nice.
It may happen, it may not happen. So
I expect to have a sign on the outside of the church. Obviously, right now closed for services. Donations still welcome through the exterior slot.
okay, there you
So
go.
that needs to be a very clear sign for the crowd to see as they go around the church.
Make sure there's a big ass bucket on the other side.
Correct.
Big ass
Yep.
bucket.
So
Yeah.
what time of day does it start? What time of day does it end?
The registration begins at 1 p.m., 1 bell after, and then you'll run through to an early dinner, and the dinner part is happening early so that if it needs to run late, it can, or people can go do a second thing as it is keeping tradition, party hop.
I'd like to throw some coins. Sorry, I'd like to throw some coins and stuff, and make sure that we got plenty of booze in case the party runs long.
Okay. All right.
Because if I don't have to do official Temple of Zodai stuff, I'm gonna hit on the hot older sisters while I'm here.
Okay.
Plus, during the registration, since that's like people basically waiting in line, you want waiters with cocktails circulating amongst those.
Oh yeah,
their families and such.
All right.
Getting them liquored up a bit at the beginning, I think will pay off.
Question, Dathos, do you want to use your penny runners for anything?
Well, here's the thing. For confessions leading up to this, here's what crimes our family has had that is in need of her intercession with various gods.
Right.
They stay behind the screen. All of it is done anonymously, even more than the sort of anonymous confession where you see the priest go into his part and you see the penitent go into. It's like they only come into the first section and they never see the priest.
Right.
Which in this case are the literate ones just reading off a fucking checklist. It's the same every time.
Okay.
So there's been a lot of that. How I think there was 6. How many literate ones did I have?
You had 2 of them.
2? Just 2?
2 out of the 5. Yeah.
Oh fuck!
they're
Well,
urchins.
those guys-
It's not like they're spending
Those
their
guys
money
are
on
being
books.
worked.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so they are definitely working, but it's never seen that some of the people taking their confessions, and sometimes it's me, and sometimes it's Bill, and sometimes it's Brad, et cetera, depending on who's available.
Okay.
It's never seen who you're actually talking to.
Right.
So they're working. Who else? I would have the others work in the crowd too, just to
Every pageant has an audience. You can send them through the crowd and say, you know, come up and see the whatever queen get crowned tonight at 5.
yeah.
Yeah, they could do something. They can do different things. You can have them work the crowd at the beginning and then grab people later. You just basically, here's the deal. You have access to them for each one of these hours. So you'll get to tell them what to do. You can put them where you want to put them. You can do whatever you need to do. You can keep them in reserve if you want to. You
Okay,
basically
first,
they're like
We can
a
have the
major-
kid. We can have the kids running booze after hours.
yeah, first VIP seating
Okay.
for. Now, this is not for the families and stuff that have already paid.
Uh-huh.
This is for onlookers and shit. Do they want to sit up with
Oh, I
the
see.
hoi polloi?
Oh,
So
I see.
VIP seating, that goes for $1 a piece.
Okay. All right.
Second, and this is for the hello kitty. This is for the families. The ones that, well, the family of the winners, of course, get their seating done in advance.
Mhm.
But the others, you want to sit a little more towards the front, towards the the better, whatever. That's going to be a little something too. And
So-
that's something the
For the
penny
tables,
runners can work.
the tables afterwards at the feast, in other words.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right. And I will assign that. That's variable.
Okay.
All right. Gotcha. Good. Okay.
Commemorative bottles of wine
Good. God.
labeled to commemorate that you were at the very first of what will be a long and important tradition.
As long as we get paid.
Yeah. Well, the cost of what's the cost of one of these commemorative bottles of wine? A shitload is the official price. That'll be one shitload, sir.
You're lucky in Canada, there would be a metric shitload.
All right.
Yeah.
Here's what you have been able to work out. You found a case, 10 bottles of really nice wine that would ordinarily go for 25 gold pieces a piece. Certainly enough. 25 GP is definitely a gift to hand to somebody if you're wanting to impress them. So they're only going to cost you 9 gold pieces a piece. You got a deal on these things.
Okay.
So you have, so for 90 gold, you have 10 bottles that you can put a label on, that you've tarted up with your calligraphy and your forgery to make it really nice. I suggest that you get a minimum of 100 gold pieces a bottle.
Okay. Here's another question. So I get those labels done.
Mm-hmm.
How many more labels can I get done before the deadline?
You can, how many? Okay, so you've already run one scam involving flyers where an
Yeah.
entire group of people were wiped out for art. So let's assume that you had to stop making wine bottle labels to do that.
Uh-huh.
So before you got through with that, you were able to come up with a total of 12 more wine bottle labels. So-
Okay. All I need is wine bottles that resemble the bottles of the good stuff, but it's shit wine. I don't care what's in it, because these are commemorative wax sealed things. That is like, they're never going to open these. These are going to, enjoy a place above the mantle for years to come.
All right then.
And if they do eventually open and it's terrible, it's like, well, you waited too long and it turned to vinegar, as wine does.
So for 100 gold,
So yeah,
you got
okay.
you've got
I got the good ones and the scammy ones.
yes.
All right, excellent.
And
Those will be sold near the winding down of the incident of the, don't you need bottles to commemorate this wonderful occasion that
Gotcha.
that you'll your lovely daughter's children will want to open this someday to celebrate their mother's greatest achievement.
all right. Okay. So so Quinn, you're planning on hobnobbing
Oh yeah,
for all of this. Sergeant K
and backup security.
and backup security. Sergeant K, what is your vision for how this involves you?
Additional point of contact for any of the hired help, since they're going to need a point man for that. I'm also going to be in my military finery,
Mm-hmm.
attempting in whatever way I can to lend credence to this whole shenanigan. Basically, talking up Temple of Zodai, talking up, my donations to the faith, talking to other military brass who are going to be there about, oh yeah, absolutely, I'm going to get one of those bottles of wine. Basically, I'm the whisper campaign in the crowd.
I love it. If you're going to be dressed in your full regalia, the paid guards are going to automatically default to you
Perfect.
in this respect.
Perfect.
So
And for what we're paying the guards, they better have some, decent uniforms on. Not
they're all in. All their uniforms are clean and neatly pressed. Everything is they're in good working order. These are active
Okay.
guards. These aren't stumble bums. All right. So I would like, so let's get this party started. I think we have enough going on now that I can.
All right. Can I have one word you can monitor
Absolutely.
with the guys just before it starts?
Oh, yeah. Go for it.
Gentlemen, I'm hoping all sorts of shit disrupts our day, because anything that happens that we didn't plan for will heighten the, oh, well, we'll be excused when the chickens come home to roost and there's no prize money, et cetera, et cetera. It's all part of the,
Precious river stones.
yeah. Anyway, so as things happen, if they happen, they may not, but if they do, keep in mind how to spin that into a story after the fact that, well, clearly we couldn't account for this. We couldn't have been expected to.
Right.
That's what happens when agitators infiltrate your party.
Agitators from the harbor master's office.
Those Dimnay bastards.
That's right.
And just on the ship of our capricious escapades, I want to have those little stamps of how many actual harbor masters we've gotten killed along the way. Just like the bombers and stuff, with how many. Oh, my internet connection is unstable.
I can hear you just fine.
Yeah.
You were slowing down and
You were about to say something really inappropriate. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I think that's just keep in mind that everything that happens today probably serves us.
Right.
Serves us right, but serves us.
That's for sure. All right.
So, Mark,
Yes.
here's the long and short of it without me having to role play each and every time.
Mm-hmm.
The key points are to jack up the donations through the slot,
Right.
to make sure every single one of these collectible bottles of wine sells,
Mm-hmm.
to make sure everyone knows about this new upcoming show, Manhattan Melodies, to
Right.
just basically that's the whole point, is to generate those side revenues through donations, wine sales,
Bribes.
open the pockets.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Over and above what we've already gotten, because we haven't gotten money from everyone yet. It's those
Right.
other pockets I want open.
Right.
In the same form, anytime I'm talking to people that are trying to give me the bribe money that we've talked about,
Mm-hmm.
I will say, now, of course, it's not a bribe, et cetera. It's fancy ways of saying it's a donation to the House of Zodai, et cetera. And that goes through that slot because, of course, it's her intercession that
That's
is
right.
going to
Right.
make the
Right.
difference. So, and I will leave it to you on how generous you want to be for that. And that's my standard spiel. When
Yeah, and then that way you can't know.
right.
Yeah. So what? So you've got minor illusion. Is that correct, Athos?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So at least at the beginning of all this, you're going to need to be at the table, with the box with minor illusion on it.
Well, I thought we'd do a presentation that the box is inside the temple.
Oh, okay. You're not going to have
I
that.
do the illusion so
Got
it's
it.
not in front of them. And then we have the guard, we do the presentation
Right.
and they walk out in ceremony. And
Okay. All right.
That's how we do it.
So, okay. The guards and the penny runners are on point for this. The front of the church has been tarted up as much as it can be. The table and chairs are here. Everything seems to be on time. Your guests are visible from your location at the end of the street. You can sort of see the families, noble families, coming off of the jib crane. They're sort of hanging back. It would be gauche to be early, so they're keeping a respectful distance. Some of them are window shopping. Some of them have actually popped into stores and are buying notions and things like that they can use.
Water bottles.
What? That's right. Nalgene water bottles. The thing.
By the way, we'll keep special attention just in case we see indications of which families don't like which other ones.
Okay.
If that adds to our information, that's great. If not, but any indications of grudges or old feuds.
All right. If at any point in time during each one of these hours you would like to get to know a family, go talk to a family. If there's somebody that interests you, you can spend that hour basically running them down and see what makes them tick. I have a list of everybody grouped by major, minor, and up and coming families. So
Say major, minor, pretender.
yes, they that's right. Legit, kind of legit, and wannabe. So I'm planning on doing that randomly, but if you decide you want to go hunting, we'll find somebody for you to talk to. All right. Real quick, it's 3:00. Let's take a quick 5-minute break to get water and go to the bathroom. And then when we come back, we're going to run this down. All right.
Okay.